If you're new to content creation and quality is a priority, you likely struggle with gear-related dilemmas. While there can be quite a few, one seems ubiquitous: the endless battle between full-frame and APS-C. After plenty of overthinking and research, I'll share my 2 cents based on close to 8 years of content creation. The goal isn't to change die-hard users' opinions, but to help small creators make informed decisions. Before that, allow me to introduce myself. I go by the name of POTB. I'm content and digital creator, writer, author, and music producer with a passion for creating dope stuff. On my other channel, I talk about philosophy, psychology, and alternative ways for personal development. On this one, I share things I learned on my journey and review products I personally use. APS-C versus full-frame. There are several sensor sizes: large, medium, full-frame, APS-C, and Super 35, which is very similar to APS-C. The difference between full-frame and APS-C is in size. Based on the exact bodies, the APS-C has about 1.5 to 1.6 times the crop of the full-frame. So being larger, the first has several advantages on paper. This includes creamier bokeh or bokeh, aka background blur, better low-light performance, and shorter focal length or wider field of view. The reason for saying on paper is because modern technology has substantially bridged the gap, though there are still differences, which we'll discuss in a moment. Bokeh. People often believe that full-frame excels at blurring the background. In reality, while the sensor does play a role, it's really no more than 10%, and the other 19% are achieved because of the lens. Now, an f8 lens won't blur the background regardless of the body. A kit lens will do so only partially. On the contrary, a 1.4 or 1.8 like the 18-35 Sigma will produce creamy background regardless of the sensor size. Hence, many use it on cameras like the Canon R7, the Sony FX30 and others. To enhance the background blur, you can add filters to your already fast lens. Also not related to sensor size, a great example is Tiffen 1.8 Black Pro Mist. Besides softening the overall image, it creates the so-called pastel effect, making the colors look better together. Low light. Aperture also plays a massive role in low light performance. For instance, with its constant 1.8 aperture, the legendary 18-35 Sigma will have better low light performance on the Canon R7 than the kit lens on the R6, which is full frame. Also crucial is that not all cameras are made equal. Although relatively rare, some APS-C bodies can have better low light performance than some full frame. Generally speaking, the larger sensor captures more light. There's just no other way around it. Yet, it doesn't make up for a crappy lens. So the real question here is, how much low light performance do you actually need? If low light shooting is a significant part of your work, opt for full frame, but also get a fast lens like the Sigma Art series or some of the Tamrons. Distance. The second factor contributing to a blurry background is the distance between the camera, object and background. The closer the object is, the blurrier the background, as there's a more significant separation. Filming. A camera body doesn't do anything in and of itself. It is meant for you to grab it and film with it. Whether that's yourself or something else for B-roll, it has to look good. If it doesn't, the camera won't fix it. This implies investing in good lights and some other essentials I'll discuss in a moment. Beyond gear, it comes down to how you set up your shot and your skills. In my humble opinion, all your shots must be deliberate, conveying something about you. A mood, a character, a sense of taste and aesthetics, etc. If they don't, a bigger sensor won't fix it, and while gear absolutely matters, even more so does your proficiency. Focal length. In many cases, you can get wider shots by adjusting the distance between your background, object and camera, and by using simple calculations and proper lenses, you can get pretty identical shots on full frame and APS-C, namely multiplying your lens's focal length by the times of the crop. For instance, the 18-35 becomes about 27 to 52.5. A 60mm lens will be around 24. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm delighted with my 18-35 Sigma, yet I cannot deny the full frame's advantage for vlogging and using teleprompters if you want to stick to one do-it-all lens. On the contrary, with the recently released Sigma lenses for the RF mount, if you're a Canon user, something like the 10-18 may be what are you looking for in such scenarios, And though I really don't vlog, recording my aero was quite inconvenient because I had to be at an uncomfortable distance. To me, the solution wasn't changing the lens, but my teleprompter device. Now, that is an 11-inch iPad Air instead of a 5.5 iPhone, so I no longer have issues and my eyes are eternally grateful. Advantages of APS-C. This brings me to the first advantage of APS-C, cost. In most cases, both bodies and lenses are much more affordable for crop sensors. The reason for saying in most cases is because there are exceptions like the C70, the Red Komodo and others. Versatility. On that note, APS-C systems are also more flexible due to several reasons. 1. They are much lighter, which is something to consider if you travel or vlog a lot. APS-C bodies can adopt full-frame lenses using their best part. Full-frame bodies, on the other hand, can't really do that with APS-C glass, or at least not with the same efficiency, as that causes massive vignetting. However, creators like Miles adopt the 18-35 on an R5C, while others on the S5 Mark II and the FX3. Specific lenses are not available for full-frame. For instance, Sigma only recently made a proper full-frame equivalent of the decade-old 80-35. Technically, APS-C bodies can use an adapter and become pretty much identical to full-frame, while actually gaining a stop of white, which is how many use the C70. But this is more of a tie, because with the full-frame you can always crop in. This brings me back to the main point I'd like to iterate. Only you can make a shot look good, and while gear plays a massive role, that exceeds far beyond sensor size. In the context of YouTube and content creation, you may need the following: key and particle lights, softboxes and C-stands, tripod or maybe two if you switch between cameras, proper sound including a microphone, an audio interface and or recorder and some room treatment. Apparently, sound makes the more critical 50%, as without it, the content is inconsumable. Making your room look nice so it actually resonates with your personality. Let it inspire you to film yourself and share your work with the world, so you can really just press record, as the guys from Think Media say. B-roll. For this, you can go handheld as long as you have a proper cage and handles and some stabilization on the lens or the body, which I'm starting to appreciate a lot. Despite that, I still believe adding just a bit of smooth slider shots will increase your production value exponentially. Some people may also decide to include a gimbal or replace the slider with one based on style and workflow. Lastly, do not forget media and storage for your projects. One-man crew. Since you are watching this, you are likely a small creator, which means one-man crew and filming yourself. What took me time to understand is that navigating through all the mentioned could be hectic, especially when you're just starting. Sure, you get a grasp on things as you build your workflow. However, the more I create, the more I appreciate stuff like flawless autofocus, reliable control apps, intuitive menus, etc. Say the colors and the image quality are identical, to me, the body excelling in those is the one I'd pick, even if it's a Super 35. This is why I shoot with an R7 and an 18-35 Sigma. They allow me to get images to enjoy and share pretty conveniently. Does this mean you should use the same? No, it actually means you should opt for the body lens combo that really does that for you, while making sense in the mentioned context, both in terms of user friendliness and financially. The moment of truth. Now, consider two people with identical skills. Give the first nothing but a great full-frame camera and a lens, while the second a maximally similar APS-C and everything else from the list. For instance, FX3 and FX30 or R5 and R7. Also give the first a kit lens, whereas the second the 18-35 or the 18-50 Sigma or one of the Tamrons. Then tell both persons to make a video on the same topic. Only imagining such a scenario answers the question of how to think of your budget when it comes to APS-C and full frame. After, of course, ensuring your scripts are on point, as a good script is the backbone of every good video, which is not just my opinion. With all that, I hope this video provided value. Let me know if it did. Consider checking the links in the description, subscribe to my channels, and thank you for your time.